Hi everyone, it's Saturday morning. That can mean only one thing. It's time to pray for the persecuted church. Luke chapter 3 verse 21 says this: when all the people were being baptized, Jesus was baptized too. And as he was praying, heaven was opened and the Holy Spirit descended on him in bodily form like a dove. One of the things that Luke writes about in both his Gospel and in the book of Acts on many occasions is about prayer, and he puts so much emphasis on prayer. And here we see Jesus praying at the time of his baptism. You see, when we read the Gospel of Luke, we see that Jesus prayed in so many different places: in a river at the time of his baptism, in a desert, in a solitary place, up a mountain, in a garden, when he was being crucified on the cross as well. You see, Jesus was continually praying, irrespective of where he was. And it's so important for us as Christians to learn to develop that prayer life where we are constantly in fellowship with God, irrespective of where we are. Now, I'm saying that to say this. You see, in just a couple of minutes, we're going to watch an Open Doors video about the persecuted church. But please remember this: tomorrow when you're in the car, or on Tuesday, for example, when you're in the supermarket, or on Thursday when you're out for a walk, or on Friday, for example, when you're in the shower, you can be praying for the persecuted church, irrespective of where you are, even if it's just for a couple of minutes. And by doing that, we're following the example of Jesus, who would pray in different places and at different times. Well, this morning we're going to pray for Nigeria. Nigeria is a country in West Africa, and the population of Nigeria is about 200 million people. Now, in the south of Nigeria, there are lots of Christians, but in the north of Nigeria, that's where we've seen, for example, Boko Haram. You will have seen Boko Haram on the news in recent years. It's predominantly Islamic, the north of Nigeria. And as a church, we have got links with Nigeria because many of you will remember Pastor Joseph, who came and preached in Full Gospel Church last October. He's currently living and pastoring a church in Fife and Kirkcaldy at the moment. Well, this morning, we're going to pray for Nigeria. So we're going to watch this short video about persecuted Christians in Nigeria. And then once the video is finished, can I just encourage us to turn the device off and to spend a few minutes praying for Nigeria. The prayer points will be given at the end of the video. And then remember, Jesus prayed at the time of his baptism in the river. Whatever you're doing this week in the supermarket, on a walk, on the bus, in the car, in the shower, you can remember the video that we're about to watch, and you can be praying for our brothers and sister, Nigeria, as we go on through our week. God bless you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.
Rose sings, "The life of a man is like a flower of the field." My name is Rose Matthew. I got married to my husband and God blessed us with 2 daughters. The 3rd baby is in my womb. My husband served as a pastor in a church in this village of Nabrazongo. It happened on 7th April. Fulani people attacked our community and my husband was killed. Villagers came to me and brought me to the place where it happened. I saw my husband lying dead with the grave already dug. While we were waiting for the coffin to be brought, I plucked up the courage to hug him. I whispered a prayer to him, and then we had to leave that place.
Newly widowed and heavily pregnant, 34-year-old Rose was in desperate need of support from her community. But instead, her in-laws came and confiscated most of her livestock, food reserves, and other valuables. And just at that time, the Nigerian government announced lockdowns to curb the spread of COVID-19.
Severe hunger came, and we had no food. There was no money to buy any food. We couldn't trade anything for money because the markets were closed. We received some food from the church. We use it sparingly. We were happy when the government also announced food aid for the poor. But we were left out. We received none of that food. Our hopes were dashed, and I decided to ration the food that we have until help comes. Sometimes we go to sleep without any food. I only put my trust in God to see me through.
Rose has lost her husband and lost her livelihood, but she hasn't lost her faith. Shortly after Open Doors visited her, she gave birth to a third daughter. The team quickly put together a relief package to take to her. But Rose will need much more help in her struggle to survive. Please pray for thousands of Nigerian believers like Rose who don't know where their next meal will come from. Pray for the local churches that struggle to support them because of both the pandemic situation and the ongoing extremist attacks. Ask God to help Rose as she raises her 3 young daughters, Esther, Joy, and Patience. Pray that they would grow in the knowledge of the Lord. Please pray for God's intervention so that there would be an end to the violent persecution of Christians in Nigeria and the wider region.